Okay, welcome everybody to Space Race Productions, our first career mode that we're going to do. And we're actually going to do it on hard. For those that have never done it on hard, it is by definition hard. You start with less money. Most people start on normal. You start with 25,000. You get reverts, quick loading, the crew respawns. You don't have to purchase the parts, but on hard, a few things to note. You start with less money. You can't revert or quick load flights. The resource abundance is low. That's generally not going to be an issue. Generally, these things over here, you just get, it's harder. It's a harder system to do, but we're going to give it a shot here and see how that goes. Doing this on the live stream, which if you ever want to watch the live streams, I try to do, at least every other day for an hour or two every night that we do it. It's twitch.tv/Space Race Productions. So obviously, first thing we're going to do, go over here, we're going to gather the scientific data from Kerbal, which should be easy, and launch our first vessel, which both should be able to be done here with almost no cost. The only cost would be very little. That just a really basic first flight. We might even do two of these just to cap out the science we get from them. In case you didn't notice, I'll show you here in a second. When you do observation of the mystery goo, the green line goes all the way up to the top, but is not shaded all the way up to the top. So we go here, and you'll get that 1.8 science, but you're missing that portion of it right there, which if you do another one, you will get that, or most of it. So we'll do that, report, and then we'll do EVA report, just to get a good amount of science to get us going here. Then we'll recover. And should get us up to about 6 or so. 4.6 science. You see, you get that 1.8, but that's not all of it. Then you're going to get 0.4 from the other one. So that's going to make it to where we can research our first thing, which in this case, we're just going to launch a simple vessel, and you have to purchase the parts. Oh, we can go back and check if we got any new contracts by doing that, because when you gain that reputation, it's the same ones. That's what I figured. So, launch our first vessel is going to be what we're going to do this time. Take these off, make those symmetric on both sides there. Then we will add the thermometer and the parachute. We're not going to get real high up in the atmosphere this first time. Just be a nice little boost off the launch pad. I don't think that one gets very much affected. No. At sea level and a vacuum thrust, as well as the ISP, are pretty similar, so it's not a big deal, but we'll take it down just a bit, just to get us a little more height off of it. I don't think we're going to be able to reach that 10,000 meter mark. I think it's where you get a little bit more science out of it, but that's okay. Let's see. Staging is right. We're going to activate this, get that on the menu so that way as soon as we launch, right off the ground, get that, get some science. And then whenever we reach our peak, it's going to be when we're going to hit this one. Getting a little bit of atmospheric drag, which ideally you want none, but it's hard to time that right, especially on the first one there. And it's we're not going to get super high anyway. Not going to get to that 10,000 meter mark. We're going to get close. We're going to get above 9. but probably not much. Maybe not even above 9. Oh well, that's okay. Get that additional science off that. Log temp data. That. Do the crew report, get some science off that, and then let's deploy the parachute just to keep us going here. All right, and obviously you see we had a lot of checkpoints there. Launch the first vessel. That's the goal. Gather scientific data from Kerbal. Gather scientific data from Kerbal. Yeah, a bunch of things there that we just did. So just kind of fast forward this to land. And then we will, while we're here, get that EVA report. And then recover. The 20 science off that, so that way we can buy those. I'm going to purchase the parts. And then the other one we can buy is this one, which will give us another science vessel, so we can go ahead and do that. Not much science left, but we should be able to escape the atmosphere. And that should be something we can do there as well. What's the penalty if we lose it? Just lose. That's tough. Oh, I can definitely do this one. Yeah, at the launch site. Let's go ahead and do that one. I think the flea is the kind of the bigger one of those. That's the flea. Oh no, that's the flea. So we already did that one. So we're gonna have to do that again. And that's okay. What are our goals here? Escape the atmosphere. Can we do we're gonna need one of those. Honestly, the flea may not do anything, but so we might even go that route. We might just do solids. It's 400. It's 12. Oh yeah, we're definitely just gonna do solids. That's gonna get us a lot higher for a lot cheaper. Be ideal if the contract was to do one of those, but that's okay. But 2 of these will generally get you out of the atmosphere with just a capsule. We're also going to observe our speed as we get up there, because we can kind of gauge if that radial mount parachute contract was good, because it was I think it was below 10,000 with like a 300 speed. Staging was a bit off, but that's okay. We can fix that at the launch site. So we want, oh gosh, it's way off. So this one. Just like that. Okay. Fingers crossed this gets us a little bit of lift off the pad, but it may not. No, it doesn't. That's okay. We are just going to sit here because we got that contract done. And we're basically just going to launch using the second this one right here. And who knows, we might get a little bit of lift here at the end, but it does not look like it. But you don't want to stage it until that one's empty. There we go. I blew that one up at the launch pad, but that's okay. My strategy on these ones is to we obviously wait till that one runs out, jettison that one so it doesn't hold us, add more mass to the coast of us. And then whenever that starts to reach, when we get close to zero surface velocity, we just go ahead and kick in the second one, and then that should get us out of the atmosphere. And we can actually do barometric, or not that one right now, atmospheric pressure. And we'll wait till it drops below about 50, and we can even time warp that. Number one concern, you don't want to tip over. If you start to tip, just hit it. There we go. Out of the atmosphere. Oh yeah, definitely will. Probably hit us about 200 or so. Should be great. Get some science in high space there. Almost. Be about 180 once we get up there. Don't want any of our experiments to explode though. So a little more boost there. I didn't put a heat shield on this, which is concerning. With these being so low, we're just going to fast forward to about the 170 mark. There we go. Mystery goo. Take it. And again, you could see that it was a little bit extra left on that mystery goo. There we go. And here's to hoping we don't burn up on re-entry. It's a very strong possibility, actually. Oh boy. We're good. Perfect. And that was a little faster than that contract requested. So we may not be able to do that one. It may not even be there though. There's a fair amount of science with that atmospheric scan. Pretty good. 25 science. Perfect. So we're going to unlock. Can't quite do both. And that's okay. I'm not sure if we'll be able to reach orbit with this or not. Probably not. So really high. Oh, we could do the hammer at the launch site. A trick to that one is you could not even put any fuel in it if you don't want to. Um, but we could just get some science out of the ocean. Um, what science do we have? I think we might be just shy. 2.5, 2.4 science from getting the next one is 18. 18. And we'll do that mission into the ocean. Or just into a different biome, really. So go ahead and do this. And that's fine. And we'll just get the science out of the ocean.